All right, today I'll be covering the conference championship Power 5 teams, who I think is going to end up winning the conferences in the Power 5. So, for the ACC, the Atlantic Coastal Conference, I have Clemson versus Pittsburgh. That's the matchup I'm predicting. I'm going to say it's 45-24 Clemson. And I will say that if Clemson doesn't have at least get into the playoffs or wins their championship game, it's going to show that they're no longer relevant as a playoff contender and that their program's going down. Going on to the Big 12, I have Baylor versus Oklahoma. And my score prediction for that game is 45-42. And with a Baylor victory. Baylor was a really good team last year. I just see Baylor and just improving better than last year. They won it last year for their title of Big 12 champion team. So I just see them doing it again. I think they're going to be better than last year. And it's harder to say because Oklahoma just lost a lot of guys. I think they're still going to be a good team, but they lost too many talent on that team. The next conference is the Big 10. I have Ohio State versus Iowa. Ohio State's pretty predictable. The reason why I chose Iowa is because they ended off on a bad note last year, and I think they want to redeem themselves and show that they have potential as a team. But for that score, I'm going to say 42-32. Ohio State is going to have a good year this year in their conference. They have every, I want to say 2 to 4, but at least 3 to 4 years where they make turnarounds in their program. So yeah. And now on to the Pac-12. I have Oregon versus Utah. I have a 27-38 prediction for Utah to win because Utah's exactly in the same spot as Baylor was. In my predictions, they're just going to be better than they were last year. They won it last year. They're going to win it again last year. The Southeastern Conference, I have Alabama versus Georgia with a 42-28 Alabama victory. I'm going to be for real. Alabama's probably going to be one of the biggest teams. They are every year, but this Alabama team is going to be a little bit on its shoulder, and it has a chip on its shoulder, especially against Georgia, for them getting a loss to them in a national title game. That's something that a team is going to look forward to and target. And if it is Georgia, I can 100% see Bama just coming out of the gates. Maybe tied at the beginning, but in the second half, they're just going to get things started. So yeah, that's a conference championship for the Power 5 schools.